Hi guys, welcome back to Bonafide Brummies. Today we are going to be talking about the baby mama, baby daddy situation. Yeah, so I was just a little bit, the other day I was just sitting at home and I was really interested because I see a lot of people slate their children's mothers and fathers on the internet freely, like baiting out the situation and stuff, and I was just a little bit curious. So again, addicted to the polls. Put up a poll. Put up a poll on my Instagram to ask the question. The question was, if you have a baby with somebody who is at the time of conception broke, no job, no home, no kind of stability in their life, do you then think it's appropriate to slate them for their situation after you've had a child?
So like saying, oh, my baby daddy's broke,
my baby daddy ain't shit, my baby mum ain't shit. That. Yeah, so surprisingly I was really surprised by the percentage of the poll. So the answers to the poll were, yeah, I think it's appropriate that I slag them if they're not showing up for the child like they should. 83% of people have said, nah, that's a me problem. Now, it is what it is. Like, the poll don't lie. 83% of people. So, from the question, 83% of the people that answered are happy to say, no, it's fine. I had a baby with them. If they don't show up for the child, then that's my problem. I disagree.
Because you don't need money, a job, a house to be there for your children.
Yeah. It's like, okay, yes, alright, you've got no job, you know, if you've
but you can get one.
Yeah, if you've made crappy choices in life, if you've got with someone and had a baby and haven't really thought about the situation, it is what it is. Like, I got pregnant at 17,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I hadn't even had a job. I'd never had a job, I'd never been part of the working world. My daughter's dad is a couple of years older than me, so he had experienced the working world and stuff like that. But even so, like you said, it's time.
Yeah.
Time is everything.
And love is all that a child needs.
Yeah. And if you do make a baby with someone and you are in an unstable position, then go ahead and work on yourself, do your thing, but it's time for me. Yeah. Like, if the father of my
You can't go and get with someone that hasn't got a job and then have the baby and moan about it because they still haven't got a job. Yeah. It's nothing to do with the fact they haven't got a job. It's to do with, are you there for your kids? That's the main thing.
And I've seen so many different arguments on it. Like, I've seen people say, oh, my baby dad ain't shit because he's saying that he can't see his kids because he's got no money. Now, I'm like, first of all, please don't bake your business on the internet because it's not a good look. But at the same time, who cares if your baby dad's got no money? Who cares if you've got no money?
But you, as a woman as well, tell him you don't need any money.
Yeah.
Come round and see your kid. Take him to the park.
But as a dad, and as a mum myself, I knew that if I had not a penny in my pocket, I would walk across the city. I would walk across the country to go and see my kid. Yeah, to spend that time with her. Do you know what I mean? If I was in the position where I wasn't the sole provider of my child and I had no money, I'd find
I feel like though you saying that as well, because I haven't got any children, but I do feel I've heard these excuses come out of men's mouths. You don't even need to make an excuse. There should be no excuses made to, oh, I can't see my kids. I mean, it's different to say I can't see my kids because the mother won't let me.
But see, that's the other side of it though, because then you see people that are like, my kids have come back and they've been brought nothing and they've got nothing this, but they've had time. That's the main thing. Yeah, because throughout life, you know, I'm 32 and I've had jobs, not often been out of work, but I have been out of work and I have been broke and I've been homeless, I've been all of these things, but you still make time to see your children because it's about the bond and it's not it's absolutely perfect to be that role model that's got like, you grow up and you're going to have this job and you have these aspirations and you know you want your child, you want the best for your child, you do, and you want to be a good role model for your child. But if you're in a position where you haven't got material things, it doesn't mean that you can't be a role model to your kid.
Being a role model is how you teach them to love and how you teach them to be kind and how you teach them the respect and manners. I mean, you can do anything and you stimulate your child's brain physically, mentally, however, and that's I think that's so much more for a child than any money that anything can buy. I think it as well with Christmas, it's like, I think it's really sad now that people are trying to outdo each other with presents and things. I think kids are now going to school and they're upset because they haven't got as much as their friends, but they've been given so much from their family and parents anyway that it's enough, if that makes sense. It becomes a
competition, doesn't it? It becomes a competition, and it genuinely stems from the adults, and I think that's what the problem is. Like, all of this stuff stems from the adults, and so many people with children that are in a situation, especially a toxic situation with the mother or the father of their child, see it as like a competition. It's a playoff. Oh, when you go to your dad, you haven't got this, or oh, your mum's this and your mum's that, and it's like, then you wonder why your child is growing up with these views on what you should be and what you shouldn't be, and turning people against, you know, turning the mum against the child, or the child against the mum, or the child against the dad.
Which we kind of, which boils down to kind of, we've asked a lot of men and women, what's with the word baby mum or baby dad? Like me and Leonie, I mean, you call Olivia's dad. Like, as simple as that.
Dad,
and I like to think that I prefer like the mother of my kids or the father of my kids or someone's dad than rather my baby mum, my baby dad. A lot of people have said to us that baby mum and baby dad is ghetto,
like the ghetto version of it. But then we've also heard the other side of it, where people feel that the mother to your child is someone that you respectful, you work civilly with,
everything's for the child.
You know, you've got that kind of relationship where it doesn't matter if you've got a new partner, it doesn't matter if I've got a new partner, as long as the child is safe and happy, and that's all that matters. And that's what we've got the feedback that would be the mother or the father of your child. Now, a lot of people have said, and it's been specifically said to me, that a baby mama is the toxic one, or a baby daddy,
someone that uses the child for the relationship. And I mean, we've a few people, again, with our polls and our research and talking to people, it's scary and horrible how many people use their children as a weapon to get back at their partners, exes. It's disgusting,
and
it's horrible, it's heartbreaking.
And they're so freely able to admit that they use their child, and I'm like I'm just not going to let her or him see the kids, unless I had a valid reason.
Unless they're dangerous.
Unless I had a valid reason for my child not to be around her dad, then I don't see why they shouldn't have a relationship.
All you're doing is, I mean, I haven't even got children, but I've seen it so much, and all you're doing is damaging and hurting that child. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I've seen it a few times myself, like, over the years. It's horrible. You can see the pain in the kids' eyes. It's horrible.
But not only that, it's like, who is this about? Is this really about the fact that your ex is broke? Is this really about the fact that he has,
or he's hurt you in the past?
That little Theo hasn't come over home with a toy, a new toy. Is it about that, or is it about you're not over
your ex?
Because to me, like I said, I got pregnant at 17. Me and Olivia's dad were very, very young parents. We didn't have a clue. We broke up on mutual terms. We just weren't there for it. You know, we've got a kid. We're breaking up. We're here for it. And don't get me wrong, me and him have had... It's been a rocky road, man. It's been a very, very rocky road. But that's only because of our kind of personal issues that have never been projected down to her.
It's never affected her.
And if it has come to a circumstance where it would affect her, we've taken her out of the situation and planned around it and made sure that she's fully protected from everything that's gone on. In a way, like, don't get me wrong, that maybe when Olivia grows up that some of those things do resurface and stuff like that, but as far as I'm concerned, if Olivia's dad is playing a good role in her life and she enjoys being with him and he enjoys being with her, I don't give a shit.
But your relationship's great. You don't have like a fixed... she goes here these days, she goes there these days. It's just so natural and so normal. You just communicate whatever Olivia wants, it's to make her happy. And that's the main thing.
And, you know, he's got a new partner and stuff now, and I can communicate with her exactly the same way.
I find that a really big thing as well, that lately, I mean, even the one girl I met with you, meeting people that are now friends with their new partner's partners, if that makes sense.
Their ex-partner's new partner,
and they're bringing the kids together, and that is what life is about. Why would you want to be a person that's going to stop your children having a relationship with the mother or the father and stop them having other brothers and sisters? What if I had kids? I don't care if they've got 2 mums, 2 dads, this, that.
As long as they're safe and
as long as they've got love. Yeah.
Because, like I said, with me and Olivia's dad, it hasn't been an easy road.
Yeah.
Like, I was 17.
I don't think anything is easy.
I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I was a teenager.
You were a child yourself, basically.
I was a child and I had a child.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was a teenage mum who's now got a teenager. Mad. But anyway, like, I remember when Olivia's dad got his first girlfriend after me. I was a nightmare. I was an absolute nightmare. She's not
because that's because you were upset. I
don't even think it was that. I was just very immature about the situation because one, I knew the girl and I thought, oh, she's mugging me off. She is. She's mugging me off, man. But
so
then,
so you don't feel yours was to do with still having feelings for him?
Oh, definitely not. It was more to do with the fact that I was just being a toxic little shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't want
not
any
in a bad
other
way,
woman.
but trying to kind of control the situation a bit, which I think as well boils down to a lot of people think they can control a situation and manipulate someone by using the children.
Yeah. But at the same time, like I said, I was very immature.
Yeah.
I was very, very immature. So when I think about it now, I feel, I can't say for 100% fact because at the time I was just on a scatty one, like, who is she? But now I feel like it's probably more to do with the fact that I'm her mom and there's going to be another woman in her life, and it's kind of a little bit...
But if you've done... I mean, I know Olivia loves you. So if you've done the right thing by your kids... I mean, I've said this to people myself. The more you push away a dad or a mum from a kid's life, they're going to end up
wanting it more,
hating you, really. Yeah. It's going to be questions. And what answer can clarify why you've done it? That's what you have to think about. Why did you do it? And if you can't give your child a really good answer, they're not going to be happy.
No.
Especially when they get older and understand what's going on and seeing things about life.
How can you keep a child away from a loving father or mother just because of your insecurities? It's not okay. It is not okay. And I think there needs to be more rights for dads. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah.
Like, I think that as a female, like, people assume that if you're a female, you're going to sit here and you're going to be fully there for the women. Look, don't get me wrong, I am all about girl power.
Yeah.
All about girl power.
But we see it happen to a lot. I've got a lot of male mates that are
so often.
They're fighting for their kids in court, but they don't need to. They really don't need to be. It doesn't need to go as far as court.
It could be a conversation. It could be a civilised conversation, face to face.
I suppose that's why they do a bit of is it mediation they do first? Stuff. But even it shouldn't get to that.
Yeah, so many people have just ripped their child away from their mother or father for no reason. For no reason.
When you sit down and think about it.
That's it. If you want to piss me off, I'm not letting you see.
And even if a man or a woman has hurt you in your relationship, you still can't take that out on the child.
Yeah. It's just
even if they have been a right arsehole to you, because don't get me wrong, we've all had our heartbreaks and things like that, but it's about the kid.
Yeah, it's about the child, and I just think there needs to be more awareness of this, because it seems to me that, like, nowadays it's a Facebook status. It's, I'm going to go onto Facebook and I'm going to vent about the mother of my child or the father of my child.
But that can
keep it to yourself.
But people that know you're the mother or father of your child and you're posting that on Facebook, people then are going to make judgments of the mother and father, and that's not fair.
No, it's really not fair. It's like the whole, and I think what I said about men as well needing more rights, because it always seems, and I will say this with my chest, man, the judges and the courts
take mother's sides.
Yeah. They give women preferential treatment, and it's not okay. Who said that just because that child come out of your vagina and carried by you, that you love that child more than the man? It's still their baby. It's still half of their DNA.
We didn't choose to carry them.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Happily, if I could get pregnant and a man carry it, I'd have 10 kids.
Oh no, like, same. I would have a football team by now.
I'd have loads of kids. It's just the whole pregnancy and all that. Not for me. I hated it. But, like, how can you define love for a child just because you carried it. Yes, I completely understand. I have a different kind of bond with Olivia because it's like you grew on the inside of me. Like it's that motherly
thing. Olivia's a lot happier in life and a lot loved because she's got the mother and father in her life.
All of us, yeah. So, all of us. And me, and I think it took me and Chris to grow up. Like I said, we were kids. It took us to grow up and actually realise, right, man, we need to get on with our lives. We don't feel anything for each other. Why are we bitching and arguing?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like if we didn't have a child, your name wouldn't even ring through my head. Of course. Like I would.
It is really good that you have got that relationship.
Yeah, and I just think it takes a lot of maturity, and I think it says a lot about you as a person if you so freely are. Because everything you say sinks into your child's mind. Everything.
And even if they don't remember exactly what's been said, they remember how they felt. They will hold, and
it's a trigger.
It can affect them in the future. It really can affect them.
It's a psychological trigger, and then years down the line, something happens.
That's why kids so young are getting anxiety, and that's a horrible thing to say, but they are.
What did Liv say to us the other day? Yeah. I have got my anxiety is on something, and I was like, what do you mean? You're 12. Get anxiety. Yeah. But just the fact that she knows about things like that, it's just like kids are so innocent.
Stop bitching with each other and teach your kids how to love. Teach them how to be happy. Teach them what's good for them. Teach them everything you can. Yeah. I think that's just what life's about.
And if you and the dad or you and the mum can't get on, call your sister.
Have someone else. Yeah, what's it called? Like an advocate. In between. Yeah, if you don't want to see your ex-partner, you can find there's got to be someone, even if you haven't got family and friends. I'm sure someone can be that in between mediator.
Yeah. If you really
there's ways around it. If you really want it to work.
Yeah, and it's just like I see so much toxicity over children. It just blows my mind. It blows. How can I feel like I've got more beef with an ex-boyfriend who's mugged me off. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. I've got beef with you. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna mug you off. I'm absolutely gonna tear you. I'm gonna tear you a new arsehole every single time you pop up on my phone. But if I had a child with you, I'm not about it. Like, do you know what I mean? For me, at the forefront of my mind with everything that I do is Olivia. Even down to these videos, I think, okay.
Because she has tried to watch them.
Yeah, the things that I talk about, I'm like, should I really be doing this? Should I put myself out there, etc., etc.? Yes, because I'm a mature adult and I can freely talk about things and I can protect my kid from it in a way that she knows that she knows the boundaries and the lines that she can't cross. Do you know what I mean? But she's always at the forefront of my mind, and I just think how twisted a person has to be to instantly not think about their child, completely dismiss their child as even a thing in this situation, and just go at somebody and use that child like you're basically a puppet master. You are using that child. You know, I've heard stories, and I'm gonna say it, like I've heard people say that they've used a child, and this is in a situation where me and you are in a relationship, you've got a child, not my child, I'm with you, we break up, which unfortunately means I have to say goodbye to you, but I have to say goodbye to your child as well. Shit for the kid, shit for me, shit for you, but it's how life goes. And I know people that have used their kids, so it's like you using your kids, getting them to call me
and to try still stay in contact
so you can get back at me. Like that in itself is brutal, because I'm like, if I know that I don't want to be with you for whatever reason, whether it's civil, whether the breakup's civil or whatever, like, to me, if you're getting your child to call me, or you're telling me, you know, Henny wants to see you, Henny misses you, Henny this, Henny that, I'm going to feel guilty, but as the person that I am, I'm still not going to be involved. Because
do you think there's a point, say you've been with someone for 10 years and they bring up your child, would you say that's different then? If you broke up, would you still allow someone that's not the biological?
It depends on the situation.
Yeah, it does.
It depends on the situation, and I know that, and this is something that I'm not willing to discuss like on video, but you would know the situation, and I think it depends purely on the situation.
Yeah,
if you've broken up with somebody because it's very toxic or abusive or anything like that.
You wouldn't want someone around your child like that, of course.
I feel like if the relationship had just run its course and we were
fell out of love,
we mutually parted separate ways.
I think as well, if it affects the kid maybe as well, if they want to see them.
Even so, like, I still think, like, you know, I've broken up with people and, you know, at the time, for example, I think
with yours it's a little different only because Olivia has got a dad. I'm on about people, say someone's pregnant and they get with someone maybe when the child's 1 and they're with them for 10 years.
Yeah.
But to me, maybe that, if they became the dad, do you get what I'm saying in that sense? But
then you've got to always think of the move on process. What happens with the child when your ex moves on, gets with somebody new,
and then doesn't want to know your child,
has a family with them. Not even that, because they may still want to have contact with your child, but how is the new partner going to feel about the fact that your ex boyfriend or girlfriend...
Well, you know what I'd say to that? She can fuck off.
No, because you've got to think of it like this.
But if she doesn't appreciate someone that the man loves already in their life...
Okay, right. Think about the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend that you love the most in your head. Yeah?
None.
Okay. Think about someone. No, seriously.
Okay,
think about someone that you've been with, yeah.
Okay.
And think about being with somebody. You get with somebody today. You absolutely idolise him. You have a baby with him. You're so happy with him.
Yeah.
Oh, Helen, I'm just gonna go to Leonie's and see Olivia.
I don't know, but I'm a big lover. I know what you mean, but
okay, you're a big lover of the whole child relationship. But are you happy with your boyfriend coming to my house?
I'm not, you know me, I'm very...
No, you're not.
I am.
You're not happy with your boyfriend coming to chill with me?
Oh, no, not going to chill with you, that's different.
Okay, do you know what I mean? He's coming to my house to spend time with my child.
I get what you mean.
He's coming to my house on Christmas morning before he comes back and opens presents with you, like, because he's coming to give my child a gift. Or he's leaving you on Christmas afternoon.
I hear what you say. I suppose it depends. Like it does all depend on circumstances and situations.
The move-on process, when it's fresh and it's raw...
So do you feel that you should cut a relationship like that?
I think that you'd have to talk to your child in a way that...
And it depends how old the child is as well.
Age-friendly, yeah. It's got to be an age-friendly.
So I suppose if the child's quite young, they're not going to, without sounding horrible, not really remember them.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what age is
it?
There's so much that, again, because I haven't got children, it's so hard for me to kind of... I've just got a lot of opinions about it, and I've been with men that have got kids, I've been with men that haven't got kids, I've been with men that do see their kids, I've been with men that don't see their kids, you know, and even that, I've been with I was with a guy before.
Could be with a man that doesn't see his kids.
Oh, I've been with a couple, but and again, different circumstances. Some are arseholes, some are not. Some generally just can't. There's all so much different.
It's never black and white, is it? But moral of the story, moral of the video, don't be an arsehole.
Be kind.
Yeah, don't use your kid as a tool.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, everything that your kid says goes in. I mean, I got in trouble with my brother the other day because I say the F word too much and my nephew went home saying fuck it.
And he called me a broccoli head.
And he called you a broccoli head. Yeah. It is what it is. Like, just think about your children. Your children are the future. Like, our children are what is
the new generation.
They're leading the world, and it's a generation that is so woke and so like on the cusp of change and on the cusp of so much potential.
So we need to educate them.
We need to make sure that our
teach them to be kind.
Don't preach about your mental health if you're not thinking about your child's mental health 100%. In the process. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Again, in collaboration with Riot Clothing, we will drop the link below. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell and show us some love.